Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today's channel talk time. I'm going to read some of the incredible comments that you leave underneath the videos in the comment sections, so we share them all together, because what happens is my channel has the most incredible, wonderful, beautiful, thoughtful, deep, inspirational comments than any other channel, literally, because the community in the Fashion Bunker is just incredible. All of you are so talented and intelligent, and the emotions are just right. It's incredible. So I think like bringing up as many comments into the surface so that we can all share them together here, because not everybody reads through all the comments, is just amazing. So let's get right to it. June is my birthday month. I'm repeating myself in every video, but I'm just enjoying life. Like, I'm celebrating every day as if it were my birthday. My birthday is towards the end of the month, but anyway. So to begin this journey and just to enjoy it and have it like scented, fragranced, video every time, I'm going to, for the occasion, for the channel talk today, put Cuir de Russie eau de toilette only on, just for you guys. Oh, so refreshing. Alrighty, let's get straight to it. And also, who I have with me today, for those of you who follow me on Instagram already know my Instagram profile is Super Dacob, all spelled together. From that first 1978 or 1979 Ridley Scott Alien movie, this is the chest buster alien. I call it Toodles. Toodles has been present on Instagram quite some time now. I called him Toodles because, not because it's super cute, even though Toodles is adorable. Hi everybody, I'm Toodles. Toodles is a chest buster alien. So what happens is he busts out of the chest and he looks back at you. You're dying. Toodles turns at you, waves with his little tiny paws, says Toodles, and leaves, basically. That's the idea. That's why I called him Toodles. Anyway, geeks are us. Okay, Toodles, let's go. Let's read the comments. First comment is from, let me just move this around a little. So how do we do this the right way? I don't even know. Is there a right way to do these things? No, there never is. Okay. First one is from Shasha D, perhaps, on my Chanel seasonal bags. Are they worth it? Shasha says, the 2005 bag is very nostalgic to me. It reminds me of all the video clips that showed aliens, oh, there you go, and floating devices, floating cars, and the hopes everyone had for the future. And of my aunt, she had the 2005 bag. The bag is called the 2005 bag, even though it came out in 1999. It was kind of Lagerfeld's vision of the future. I lost the space. At one point, but lost it during a flight, I believe. She still has a picture in her mirror frame to remember it. It is a running joke in our family, of whom only she and I love fashion, but she more than I. That my uncle said it was perfect to sleep on, the bag, and that it was a good, albeit expensive pillow. I imagine my aunt keeping it far away from his after-shaved face. LOL. She takes extremely good care of her things. She also refuses to own a classic. Thinks they're boring. Come to think of it, I shall introduce your channel to her. She loves fashion and the details of production. She worked as a corset designer in Paris, where she met my uncle. They still live in the city about 40 years later, and I am very lucky to be able to visit them regularly. The perfume bottles are very lovely. Are they hand-sewn? Shasha means the perfume bottles embroidered on the Chanel, on my Chanel Jumbo seasonal pre-summer 2016 denim bag. Whew, that's a long title for a bag. The perfume bottles are very lovely. Are they hand-sewn? And is the pattern measured out on a computer, or does someone draw them on a dummy? Sorry for the long story. You caught me after some wine. Well, cheers, sweetie. Listen, okay, so first and foremost, lots of love to you and your aunt and your uncle. She has taste for sure. Mind you, I love the seasonal Chanel bags, but I also adore the classics. I just saw myself in the monitor there, and I'm like, I forgot to tell you guys. Vivienne Westwood straw mountain hat, perfect for summer. It's like, you know, it just the air filters through. You're like all cool. And then I have, again, a Vivienne Westwood T-shirt from World's End that I can't show you on YouTube. It's censored on YouTube because of what it depicts. Sorry, guys. And Vivienne Westwood necklace. It's my month. It's my birthday month, and nothing better could have happened to me. A lot of amazing things happened, but like getting to spend 2 hours with Vivienne Westwood the other day blew my mind. It was so incredible. Picture on Instagram, you could see me with Dame Vivienne Westwood. I love her to pieces. That woman is a living legend, literally. So anyway, I digress. Just so that you know why the attire, and I'm going to be like dedicating, I guess, the entire week or month to her and Coco. They're like my two love. One is the living legend that I love, and the other one is a mythological legend that is no longer with us, Coco Chanel, but that I love just the same. So the embroidered bottles on the denim jumbo are not hand stitched. The bag is not an haute couture bag. Otherwise, it would have never cost half the price of a jumbo. It would have cost 50,000 times more. I mean, the embroidery is machine embroidered. But the thing is this. You were asking about computer patterns. Every seasonal and also classic bag nowadays are structured and kind of conceived digitally. And then machines are set in place to prepare them. But you still need people, humans, with their hands do a lot of things manually as well. So what I want to say is, it's the same process as making a matelassé kilted classic Chanel bag. Meaning, in particular with the embroidered bottles, in order to overlay the back pocket, for example, as well as the flap, so in order for the bottles to align, because unlike the matelassé quilting, which is just diamond shapes that are regularly repeated, the bottles don't really have a repetition. So that means in order to align the pockets, to have the bottles crossing from the pocket to the background of the bag, to align those, you need to literally have two pieces of the exact same fabric, which means that if you created one line of fabric with all the bottles stitched on it, you have to create the second one and then cut off just one tiny piece for the pocket to put exactly to overlap on the other bit of the bag. So that means you throw away a lot of material. It's awful to think about it because you lose a lot of material in the process. It's luxury. It's very material consuming and dispensing and throwing away. But that's the only way to do it. And then once you have those two patterns, you got to line them by hand, and then you pass them by hand, you turn it through the machine, and you sew it together. There's a lot of hand work related with this bag, but every bottle wasn't hand embroidered. That would have made the bag cost, I don't know, 20, 30,000 at least, because haute couture dresses from Chanel, I mean, they go for hundreds of thousands of euro or dollars. So yeah. Now, next comment is from MK. How you doing, sweetie? MK on my, again, Chanel seasonal bags. Are they worth it? Once again, you perfectly sum up my point, Dacob. I do myself only purchase seasonal bags because the classics, as much as I do appreciate their design, do not fit my body type. Since I am a bit thicker than you are, I tend to look like an ugly and failed drag queen while wearing them. I don't believe that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't ever be hard on yourself like that. And they remind me too much of my mother, my aunts, or of all the thousands of people carrying those same bags on the street. On top of that, since around 2010, they have tend to produce more and more masculine-oriented bags within the years. However, I am not as meticulous as you are. I mean, I do not really care if the bag was made in Italy or in France, or if the leather is calfskin or lambskin, since I will resell them only on my dead body, haha. For me, the bag just has to be robust, user-friendly, with a kind of unique and cool design and a high contenance. And the most important detail, I should immediately picture myself carrying the bag for a long, long time. Well, I guess everybody's purchase motivation is different. My essay always tells me that I am by far the easiest customer he has ever had. LOL. Another point I am not sure to agree with. Are seasonals really that much cheaper than classics? I do also disagree with what you said about the first bag you introduced, which is the 2005 pillow bag, which we call it pillow bag or bum bag. It looks like a butt. That also Shasha was mentioning. I think its name is the 2005, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think this design was ahead of its time at all, but on the contrary, did totally fit its air du temps. It was launched at the end of the 90s, and I still remember that it was all about those futuristic, minimalist designed bags everywhere then. Last question, have you tried to carry the Gabrielle bag? I found it absolutely hideous at first sight, but when I tried it on me for fun, I immediately fell in love with it, and I bought it without any hesitation. Haha. XOXO. Okay, dear MK, we have to disagree, girl. We is disagreeing hardcore. Let's begin from the back and build ourselves up to the front of the comment. Gabrielle bag, yes, I have tried the Gabrielle bag in several sizes, materials, colorways. I can't. I can't. A friend of mine will know what I'm saying if she's listening to me. I can't. So she would say it. No. No. It's just, no, I can't. That bag, you know, I also have my huge issues with the boy bag. This one is even worse for me. And it looks cool. It's a photogenic bag. But it's so not well conceived for me, you know. So I'm not even going into detail. I already made a review of the bag. But, you know, I might make another one in the future again because Chanel is really pushing it really hardcore. And they're not delivering for me. There's a huge difference between made in Italy and made in France. And there's a big, you know, the fact that this particular bag is only made in Italy is because they're pooping it out like crazy. They're producing it literally day and night, 24-hour production. And I've said this in other videos, and I never stress enough to repeat it. The factories that produce Chanel bags in Italy do not only produce bags for Chanel. They also produce bags for other brands. There's a continuum. There's like a production. It's really quick, and a lot gets produced. The Chanel factory outside of Paris that produces the made in France bags only produces for Chanel. It is a Chanel factory. There's a lot more attention to detail. There's a lot more precision. Yes, you could have flaws, both made in France and made in Italy. To me, it makes a world of a difference, however. So I'm I have to admit, I know, I'm very anal about it. I do have some seasonal bags that are made in Italy, the easier ones, the more simple ones. And all the classics and more complicated ones are made in France. And there's a reason why they're made in France. As far as the 2005 bum bag or pillow bag or just a 2005 bag, I get what you're saying, but this is the amazing thing about that bag. It's not minimalist as you state. It is the most complex and complicated bag. In fact, if you should compare it to the Gabrielle bag. The Gabrielle bag is a simplified version of the 2005 bag, which is another reason why I do not like the Gabrielle bag. The 2005 bag, so you see, the way that the hard bit, and here I am reviewing again the Gabrielle bag, but whatever. The bottom part, the kind of the hard part, you know, it's been covered with leather, and then they're going to tell you in the stores that they were like, they had to learn how to do it. They spent a lot of hours to kind of put the leather on that kind of plasticky bit at the bottom so that there's like no wrinkles. You're still going to see wrinkles on the smaller bags. However, I digress. That particular technique was already used in 1999 for the 2005 bag to kind of put the leather onto this carbon-based material, which is super, super soft but robust, which is not the material they use for the Gabrielle bag. For the Gabrielle bag, they just use a simplified kind of plastic, which horrendous. But anyway, but this like high-tech material that they used for the 2005 bag, and if you ever have this bag in your hands and you see how the leather has been attached to this organic shape with all the curves and molds, and there's not one single wrinkle. To create such an effect, to attach that leather so perfectly, that technique is long gone. No factory, not even the French factory nowadays, has that time anymore. They cannot deliver that time. They do not have so much time to dedicate to a piece, to create it so perfectly. So in fact, that's the magic of the 2005 bag that makes me love it above everything else from that whole period of this kind of futurism that you're talking about towards the end of the 90s, which is true. You're right. They were all kind of minimalizing everything. It was so annoying, by the way. But anyway, first half of the 90s were incredible. Second half of the 90s were a mess. Fashion-wise, totally other story. We can make another video on that. But anyway, I digress. Again, the 2005 bag, as simple as it may appear to be on pictures, once you have it in hand, it's the most complicated Chanel bag I have ever seen. Ever. The inside of it is like a harmonic. It opens like a fan. You have the corset. You have an interior corset. You have a sort of a padding. You have lacing. You have nets. You have satin. You have a bit of silk. It's so complicated, and yet it looks effortless, and that's what makes it timeless to me. But de gustibus non est disputandum. You know what that means. We don't discuss. It was Latin. It just means, we don't discuss taste. To each his own or her own. So I totally respect your opinion. A lot of people hate this bag. And thank God that a lot of people hate this bag, because that allows me to hunt it down for dirt cheap. You know what I mean? Because nobody really wants it. Masculine oriented. Yes. You don't really care. Made in Italy or made in France. Okay, well, good. We did it all. Carrying the bag for a long time. Yeah, I couldn't part with my Chanel bags unless they have a flaw, in which case, I make a video when I try to return a bag to a Chanel boutique, and then, I had this drama going on with my seasonal, was it 15 or 14, spring, summer 15, I think, extra mini aquarelle painted lambskin, single flap, that was flawed. Oh God, that was a mess. You could check out the drama. I think I have 5 or 6 videos. You could see the progression throughout half a year of me trying to get a voucher for that bag. God, that was I don't even like to remember that, honestly. Okay, moving on. Nick Solan. How you doing, Nick, sweetie? Again, Chanel seasonal bags, are they worth it? Great idea for next video. When you watch someone describe a Chanel bag or an unboxing in a video, what bothers you the most, or what do they say that is incorrect? Oh, this is really interesting, but the camera's going to die. Okay, this is going to be the last question, and then I'm going to have to cut it into a second video. A lot of things bother me when I see a Chanel, a video, unbox Chanel bag or an unbox. Okay, describing. So, review of a Chanel bag or an unboxing. I'm bothered by people not knowing how to say the name Chanel. A lot of people tend to just swallow the vocals. It would be Chanel. Or, I don't know, it's just a weird way. Also, sometimes when people spell it in the comment section, they would spell channel instead of Chanel, double N. But that could be a typo of the autocorrect. What annoys me is the showing off aspect. A lot of people just copy and paste. As you copy and paste images, oftentimes, social media's, the statistics show us that 90% of the stuff is just copy and paste, and there's only, to be euphemistic, only 10% of content is actually created on social media. The rest is just copy and paste. We're all copycats at the end of the day, or most of us are. So same goes for these kind of unboxings. All these people, some that have the money or what have you, kind of just want to imitate or emulate somebody that they've already seen unboxing. So they think that it kind of contributes to the community in some sort of way, or to themselves or to their own egos, to kind of unbox something that has been unboxed a gazillion times already, and tell you, oh my God, I have this Chanel bag and it's a jumbo. I always wanted a jumbo. I dreamt of the jumbo, and it's caviar leather, and it's black caviar leather, and it's gold hardware. And they're going to repeat it. It's black caviar, gold hardware, 100 times, repetition in the video 100 times, repeating that it's caviar leather, repeating that it has gold or silver hardware, repeating that it's amazing. I love this bag. I love this bag. I love this bag. It can fit anything. And I'm like, okay, we have heard this in the other 155 videos on the Chanel Jumbo, caviar leather, black, gold, or silver hardware. What are you bringing to the table that we haven't seen yet? So what really annoys me is wasting my time and watching videos of people repeating the same thing. And now, I'm not saying that you should just deliver a video where you're delivering some tidbits, technical tidbits of information that nobody ever knew. I'm not saying you got to do that. Nobody needs to know everything. But what I would really love to see is somebody actually bringing in their own experience, not just repeating like weird minions what they heard from other videos, but telling us why that bag. I know a lot of people are just buying it because others are buying it. So they won't even know how to justify the love that they probably have for that bag or that particular product. But what I would love to see is personal experience, to hear personal stories, to hear people share their own intimate reasonings and moments with that bag and stuff like that. You know, identity, individuality, that's what I'm lacking the most when I watch, you know, videos like that. And that's why I, you know, for the most part, just stopped watching them altogether, because it's very, very frustrating, because you waste a lot of time, you know, and there's more and more of these videos popping up because everybody, you know, nowadays it's everybody's an artist. Everybody considers themselves to be an artist. It's kind of true, especially with social media. And everybody can start a Instagram profile and call themselves an artist and just photograph stuff or copy and paste and be like, okay, this is like my mood board. You could like visit my Instagram profile, and this is like an art gallery. Girl, seriously. But I'm gonna say more about this in the next video because time's up. Guys, thank you so much for all your wonderful comments. I love you so much. Keep on bringing them, and also comment everything in the comment section down below here. All your thoughts, share them with me. We're gonna read some more in the next videos. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Never give up on love.